make it a better place. It'll take creation, magic.
Hi everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I wanted to share with you how I am setting up my 2017 album with my foundation pages, and then also what I'll be using for my title cards this year. So here I just have some dividers by Becky Higgins. These I love. These are from the Clementine edition, which is retired. And when these retired, you guys, I bought like 20 of them. Like I bought like 20 sets of them. So they're just dividers. They just go all the way through December. And I just found that this design just happens to work most with my style or the way I do. I just think they're pretty. They just say like everyday life and things like that, and then the color scheme works. So what I do to set up my album is I just use design A. That is the design that I use the most of, and if I swap any page protectors out, I can do that the week of, like the week I'm documenting. But what I'll do is I'll just stick a bunch of Design A page protectors into my album. This album I actually got at Walmart. I know the lighting's a little bit bad in here, you guys. I'm so sorry about that. It's rainy here, and then it's really hard to get the lighting where it works and it doesn't glare off things. So I get 2 albums every single year, and I actually got these at Walmart because I went looking for this color. This is the Aqua by We Are Memory Keepers. It's the leather, the faux leather album. And I went looking for these and could not find them for less than $60. And I was like, what is going on? Are they being discontinued? I found them at Walmart for $19 a piece, which was amazing. So I picked up some. I probably should have stocked up just in case they are retiring or something, because this is what I use for our family album. So I will do a title page. And so I'll go ahead and I'll skip that. I may do a different design for a title page. Sometimes I do that. But I'll go ahead and I will skip that. And then what I do is I just go ahead and I put in my dividers, and I can count out how many weeks there's gonna be. I'm gonna be using these circle calendars this year. These are a free download I found. I'll link them on my coordinating blog post. So you can click right up here or down in the YouTube description and you will see the link to download these. It's just a circle calendar. I've printed out and then I've cut out 4 each of each month. So I have 4 January, I have 4 February, and then I may need like more. I may need like an extra one for January or something. So what I can do is I can just look, and I know that on Sunday, which is actually when my week starts on Sunday. It goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's how my album flows. So that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 weeks in January. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then on the 5th week, February will start. So February for me is, February for me will start actually on January 29th. There'll be the last 3 days in January will be in my February divider. So the other thing that I'm using is these calendars. I've gone back to an 8.5 by 11 size calendar. Last year I did a 6 by 12. And this year I'm going back to 8.5 by 11. I like to have this in here. I jot down notes for our month, things that may not get documented. This has things to do. I'll probably cover it up each month and just maybe jot down different notes. And then this way in the very back, I have a place to keep memorabilia, cards that we get, or different things like that. I like to have that. So that will go right behind each divider. This is a free calendar as well. It will be linked where you can print it out. It's just a gray scale calendar, meaning it's just, you know, gray. There's no color to it. There is a version that you can purchase that is colored. I just wanted to keep things really simple and keep it gray. So I will just continue to do that. I will go ahead and fill this whole album all the way through December, and usually about halfway, well, maybe into May or so, my album will start to get thick, and I'll move the last 6 months of the year to the other album. I just like to have it nice and full, and then that way when my page protectors are in here, and if I set my album up on its end, like there's enough weight in there in the beginning of the year that nothing gets smashed or creased. So I will go ahead and I will finish doing that, and then I'm going to show you, I have some pieces here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what my title page is going to look like, and then also what I'll be using for the first of the year, for January. All right, so all of my tabs are in, you can see, and then all of my calendar pages are in, and I don't have enough design A to go all the way through, but that's okay. I've just stuck my calendar and my dividers in, and then I can deal with that at a later time. So now I just want to show you what I'm doing for my title page this year. I do something different every single year, but I thought it would be fun to share with you guys. These cards are from the Everyday Core Kit by Becky Higgins, and the Everyday Core Kit is what I will be using for all of January. So I will be setting up January soon, if not in this video with you guys. I'll be setting up January soon, but I'll be using those cards. I like the color scheme. Oh, we're going to do a few other things. This is a piece that I punched out of another card. I just used one of the punches that I have, and then I punched out the story of today. So this card is going to say hello, the story of today. So am I the only one now that whenever I see the word hello, I automatically have to start singing Adele? I just started listening to her recently. I wasn't listening to her when she was so super popular and everybody was, but I did recently, and now every time I see that word, I have to go into song. So then what I want to do is just add this tiny heart. I also have a bunch of these tiny hearts punched from a die cut set that I have, so I just wanted to use them. I'm using Poppy Parade cardstock, which is retired from Stampin' Up, but I love it so much. It's one of my favorite colors, and so I'm going to go ahead and use that here. And this is going to be super simple. So then I have this, which is just a black 4x6, and then I have a white piece of cardstock. This is Whisper White from Stampin' Up. And I can layer this on here. And then I have this die cut camera. It was actually on blue cardstock, but I had found it and I wanted to use it here for my album, so I went ahead and colored it black. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it flat. I don't think I'm gonna pop anything up today, like, you know, you could if you wanted to. This die cut came from a Cricut cartridge. I'll link on my blog maybe if I can figure out which one. It's something I just cut a long time ago and I had it laying around. You could stamp if you wanted. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add another one of these hearts right here in the middle, and that's gonna go here. So I have a photo of my husband and I that will go here, down here in this corner, and then I have a photo of all three of my kids that will go here. So there'll be two photos, and then I'm planning on putting 2017 really large right across this, but I have to get my die cut machine out. So that will be how the title page will look. And then for my title cards, so the way that I keep my Project Life album super simple is right up here in this corner, I have a title card, and then it goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday down here. I know I'm off camera a little bit, but right down here are the last days of the week. So what I like to do is keep things super simple, and every year I kind of rotate so that I don't get bored, but I found these cards here. It was a calendar, a printable calendar. I printed it, and then I cut them out with my circle framelets, and then I'll be layering them with the stitched framelets that we have. So what I'll be doing is I'll be putting a calendar page or a calendar circle right there in that pocket every single week, and then I'll be using, these are my little tiny black chalkboard black circles here that say all the weeks, all the way through 52. So what I'll be doing is I'll be layering them each week, something like this, or I may layer the week in one of the pockets, but this will probably always go up here in that corner. Now these circles are ones that I created. I made these. They will be on my website to download if you would like to have them, and then you can follow the link to print these out. So I could technically put my calendar, these calendar pages right here, these calendar circles, and my week number in each slot here, and it would be even more done. But I move my album around a lot. It goes on a shelf, it comes off, it sits in one spot, I'm back and forth doing stuff with it, I'm filming with it, so I don't want any of those circles to get lost, so I'll just keep them stacked up in my space. And then you'll see, and then each week when I am documenting, I can pull from them. So I will be back in another video showing you how I set up January, February, and probably March. I always set my album up 3 months ahead of time with foundation pages and cards so that I can just dive in with my photos and do more embellishing the week of. But this is my title page. There'll be a photo over on my website, and I just want to say thanks for coming by and hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys later.